Namaste, I am Sudha, Principal of GK Public School, situated in Kattumannar-Kovil, Kadalur district, Tamil Nadu. The school affiliation number is 1930908. On behalf of the management, staff and student, I welcome all the members of the inspection committee today. Please. This is the main entrance of our school. It is guarded by the security persons. As we enter to the school campus, we have security guard cabin. All the visitors are supposed to sign here and they are entering their name as well as contact number, what purpose they are entering into that school campus. Everything we are recording the registers, everything. After checking that in the time of COVID, we are checking in that temperature and in the sanitizer. Everything is good, then the security will allow to enter into the school campus. The school secured boundary wall on all four sides. It is 8 feet height. It had separate parking facilities for visitors here. School has 4 houses. Based on 4 houses, we have a separate 4 color flags pole on here. That 4 houses name is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharva Veda. Our school provided separate parking facilities for the students here. This is our playground. This is the volleyball court where the students were enjoyed a place here. This is our kabaddi court. This is our school badminton court. This is our school badminton court. Here we are well maintained the garden area. Our elementary students were enjoyed place here and they will come and enjoy here, come along with their loving teachers. Well maintained garden. We are now moving towards to the assembly area. Morning assembly is an integral part of the school schedule. It motivates the children to be disciplined and is joyful and focused on for the day. In the time of COVID, we have a great precaution by the sanitizer. here we have placed the fire extension and safety equipments. This is the ground floor veranda. This is the one of the second grade classroom. This is another second grade classroom. This is first grade classroom. This classroom fully comfortable with the nature. Each classroom there are 2 doors as well as 2 windows with full ventilation, and each classroom, that is CCTV camera facilities are available here. So always we are monitoring the children. This is our school kids activity room. Our school kids were well played and enjoyed here, come along with their loving teachers. This is our school senior KG section. Each classroom there are 2 doors and 2 windows, and it is well ventilated, and such a wonderful classroom. Each classroom there is CCTV camera is available, and that smart board class also available with the AC. Junior classroom. This classroom also comfortable with the nature. This is one of the 4th grade classroom. Well ventilation with the nature air. This is 3rd grade classroom. More spacious in each classroom. This is one of the third grade classroom. This is our kids' restroom. We have provided the separations by the partitions. It is clean and hygiene. And all the taps are in working conditions with a full supply of water. We have provided that clean wash basins also with a full of water. RO water facilities are here. It is in each floor. This is boys' restroom. The urinals we have provided for the separation, partition by the separation. In the boys' restroom, there are Indian toilet as well as the Western toilet with a flow of water. The hand wash area, it is neat and tiny. We have a RO water facilities here. It is in each floor. This is our school computer lab. She is Ms. Ramya, computer HOD. She will explain about this lab now.
Hi, I'm Ramya. Yeah, here we are having 35 systems, each system having the internet facility, and students can access the system with the internet. Weekly twice they can attend the computer lab, and each system contain a updated softwares which is used for students to do their practical. At a time 35 students can do the practical, and we have displayed many chart works. It will help students to do the keyboard practicing and tell the importance of the lab rules and how they should be in the social activities. Thank you.
We are moving towards to the Max lab. Yes, sir. He is Mr. Johnson, HOD of Max department. Now he will explain about this lab.
Good afternoon. I'm Johnson. My qualification is MSc Mathematics with BA, and I have 5 years experience in CBSE stream. This is our Max lab. As you know that Mathematics lab is a place where anybody who explore and experiment new ideas and pattern. This Max labs help the students to discover about mathematics through doing, and many of the activities presents problems and a challenge. These activities help the students to visualize, manipulate and reason. So let's have a look at it. First of all, just look at the board where different types of formulas are written. Whenever students comes to the lab, they could recall and revise the formula so that it will help the students to solve the sums. And let's have a look at the transversal model. Using this, students can learn about concept of transversal and the properties of that. The next one, it is model of circle. In this, students can learn about the concept of fraction. Fraction is nothing but a part of whole is called fraction. Here, the circle, as you could see, the circle is divided into two equal parts. So the fraction of this 1 divided by 2. And the next one, as you could see, this is nothing but a coordinate plane where students can learn about coordinate geometry and the things about first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Here students will know how to plot the points on the plane. And the next one, as you could see over here, this is about linear equation. Linear equation is nothing but the highest power of the expression should be equal to 1. It is called linear equation. So here there is an example for that, which is 5x minus 17. And the next one, this is nothing but a graph card where students can use their analytical thinking to make the shape of three-dimensional. Here you could see some of the two-dimensional figure. Here students will be learning the concept of symmetrical and so on. And the next one, this is all about the clock and time. Here using this, students will learn about what is AM and what is PM and how to calculate the timing and so on. And the next one, here you could see all two-dimensional shapes like square and then rectangle and then triangle. They will be learning about that and the properties of them. Here also some of the two-dimensional shapes are there. And here you could see solid shape. Solid shape is nothing but a shape which has three-dimensional is called solid shapes. So here you could see some of the solid shape which is nothing but a cube, and this one is nothing but a cuboid, and this one is a cylinder, and this one is a cone. So using this, students will learn about the concept of solid shapes and their volumes. And here you could see a cube shape. With the help of this, students will learn about the concept of cube and cube root. The next one, here different types of quadrilateral are there. Quadrilateral is nothing but a polygon which is made up of four-sided is called quadrilateral. So here there are different types of quadrilateral, which is this one is a rectangle and the next one is a parallelogram, and similarly many quadrilaterals are here. And the next one, it is a abacus, a giant abacus. Using this, students can learn about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And here you could see the boundary line is a shape of a circle where students can learn about the concept of circle and origin and radius and then segment and sector and so on. Here you could see different types of number. These are all different types of scale. Here you could see the number starts from 0. So this is nothing but a whole number scale where the numbers start from 0. Here the distance between the numbers are equal. So using these other scales, we can explain the students about different types of number. And here, as you could see, this is a place value where students learn about ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. And Some of the max concepts are displayed either side of the wall, and finally this is nothing but a max lab register where all the max materials are entered year-wise.
This is our medical room. She is a school nurse. Where the children have any problem, they have come here and she has observed them out, and she has maintained a proper record, and she will write the student's name, class, section, and what is the issue they came here, everything she is entered here, and at last she asked the permission from the parent before she is giving any medicine to students. We have provided the fire extinguisher over here. Each corner of the building, we place the fire extinguisher. This is our school staff room. This is one of the 4th grade classroom. This is one of the 5th grade classroom. This is one of the 5th grade classroom. In the time of COVID, we are taking online classes. The classes is going on now.
So in this topic we are going to discuss about drift and ripple. First we will describe about the character of the play. So the
Now we are moving towards to the biology lab. He is Mr. Ranganathan, Department of Biology. He is the HOD of the department. Now he is going to explain about this lab.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Biomedical engineering and B.Ed in biological science, and nearly have 8 years experience in CBSE stream. And this is our biology lab, and this biology lab is designed in such a way that students can enrich their knowledge with experimental skills. Observation and experiments makes education, learning fun. So we have here specimens, models, as well as glassware apparatus and biovisual charts too. So let's have a quick review of this. So these are the specimens. These are the specimens of plant kingdom as well as animal kingdom. All over the site we have displayed the plant kingdom as well as animal kingdom, where the students can get to know about the diversity in living organisms. Next, we are going to see about the human skeletal system. So the human skeletal system, this is a framework of a human body where the it's actually a fabricated model. Here the students can get to know about the different types of bones as well as the different types of joints. And human brain is also a fabricated model where the students can get to know about the different parts of a brain. And this is the human eye. Coming to the next part, this is a compound microscope as well as that is a dissecting microscope here, and we have temporary slides as well as permanent slides where the students can able to see the microorganism structures where we cannot see with our naked eye. And this is the dissecting kit where the students can able to dissect a flower, and with the dissecting materials we can able to see all the structures with the help of this dissecting microscope. Next, these are the models arranged here. So these are all the fabricated models: heart, human eye and a human ear. And this is sphygmomanometer where we can able to get the, find out the blood pressure of a human arm. Next, we are going to see, this is the project done by our students. I have displayed all the projects in order to appreciate them, that's why I kept it here. These are the projects done by our students. Next, this is a glassware apparatus where the students can able to test some of the solutions like test for starch, test for protein and salivary test with the help of these kind of kits as well as the solution that is kept in the rack. Next, these are the still models as well as board models which is displayed over here for easy observation. So everything it is displayed here, these are the board models, and overall all the biovisual charts are displayed in either side.
This is music room. Our children like one of the most lovable room in the school, and he is the music teacher. So please you play for something for us. Equipments are related in that music lab as well as equipments related by this song also here. This is our chemistry lab. He is Mr. Vail Murugan, HOD of chemistry. Now he will explain about this lab.
Yes, I am the HOD of this chemistry department, and I am having an experience of nearly more than 20 years in taking this CBSE, ICSE and also IGCSE. Here you just were seeing that this apparatus, this is meant for this volumetric analysis. What we are actually doing in this volumetric analysis, by measuring the volume, we can estimate the amount of the substance present in the given solution. What are the two practicals we are doing in this apparatus? One is the comparison of the strengths of the given solutions. It may be a ferrous ammonium sulfate or ferrous sulfate or oxalic acid, and we can also estimate the amount of the substance present in that solution. You see, if you are having this burette, in this burette I have taken potassium permanganate, a best oxidizing agent, and in this conical flask I am just taking ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is also otherwise called as a Morse salt, a double salt, a Morse salt. Just I am inserting this Morse salt here, and it is slightly actually pipetting out. That's the potassium permanganate is actually coming, and then actually shaking well, and up to a certain level, up to the nearly 20 ml, just we can see the end point. How to just to find out whether the reaction has got completion, that can be known by means of the sharp change in the color. It's a pale permanent pink color, and by using this, the volume, we can estimate the amount of the substance present in that solution. And if I just come down to this, the second experiment, it is nothing but a qualitative that's an analysis, where we are having this, I am having that magnesium carbonate. The carbonate is an acidic radical, and the magnesium is a basic radical. So we can analyze this carbonate as well as magnesium. How? Just by using this otherwise known as a dilute hydrochloric acid I am having. In this dilute hydrochloric acid, if I just add some small amount of salts to dilute HCl, then we are getting a brisk effervescence. That itself actually indicates the presence of the carbonate. And what is this said? this is called actually a Magnusson reagent. It is nothing but the 4,4-N dinitrophenyl azo and also resacinol. It's a correct chemical name. The Magnusson reagent is the market name, and the 4,4-N phenyl azo and the resacinol is the correct IUPAC name. By using this Magnusson reagent, I can just test the magnesium. That's a basic radical that is present. What is the color we are going to get is a blue precipitate that itself indicates the presence of that magnesium. And if you're just seeing this on the shelf, we are having that an aromatic amine I'm having. It's called an aniline, a primary amine, the C6H5NH2. How will it just detect this aniline? By means of smell. It's somewhat a fishy water. But by this smell itself, we can find out it's a fishy water amines, a primary amine. And that can be analyzed. The presence of the primary amine can be analyzed by using this called a dye test, DYE, dye test. Okay. And here, if we just come down to this solution, we're having this called benzaldehyde and aromatic aldehyde. An aromatic aldehyde, C6H5CHO. And how will it test the presence of this aldehyde? Yes, we can have the two tests. One is called a tolerance test. There's a tolerance reagent is nothing but an ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. And by using this ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, we can test the presence of this aldehyde. And we are getting a bright, shining silver. And you just come down to this spelling solution. And you're having spelling solution A and B. By using this also, we can find out the presence of the functional group that is called aldehyde in benzaldehyde. And just come here, and here having this called other salt is an ammonium chloride. The chloride is a acidic radical. By the chloride can be tested by using K2Cr2O7 potassium dichromate. A red orange vapors will come. And what about this ammonium? And ammonium is also the NH4 group, a basic radical that can be tested by using this, the Nessler's reagent. We are having the Nessler's reagent. By using this Nessler's reagent, we can test the presence of this ammonia. And just when coming down to this area, we are having the benzoic acid. It is also an aromatic acid, COH carboxylic acid group. Just the carboxylic acid, we can just find out by means of esterification reactions. By using the ethanol and also corn sulfuric acid, we can get the ester, a fruity odor that is called the benzoic acid. And just we shall come here. What are the things that are present here and how we are using all these things. Here we are having this called lead nitrate. A nitrate is an acidic radical wherein we can just how will you infer the presence of nitrate? By means of the brown ring test. Brown ring test. And lead is a golden Spantles test. The lead can be detected by means of golden Spantles test by using this potassium iodide. And we are having the barium chloride also. How to find out this barium? That can be determined by using a potassium chromate solution. We are having that yellow color. And let me just go to another thing we are having, otherwise it's called sulfuric acid, a king of chemicals. The sulfuric acid plays a vital role not only in the case of volumetric analysis but also in the case of the qualitative analysis, almost to find out all the radicals, the two acidic radicals. We are using this sulfuric acid. And just I can come here and we can see this type of agent. We are having this called ammonium molybdenate. It's a newly included actually. One which can be used to find out this we call the phosphate. The ammonium by using dilute nitric acid, corn nitric acid and ammonium molybdenate. We can find out the presence of the phosphate. Whatever color we are going to get is called a canary yellow precipitate, the presence of this phosphate. The last thing just we can see is called urea. It's nothing but a fertilizer. And what is the formula for this urea is NH2CONH2. It's called diamide. And that can be detected by using this CBSE is actually present in this lab, and we are maintaining all this apparatus and the chemicals by using this this is stock register, wherein we have returned that apparatus in a very clear manner and also the quantity of this apparatus. And the second thing, the chemicals are also returned here. All the chemicals meant for CBSE is actually present here, and not only that actually, and the quantity was also returned. And then we are just maintaining all these registers perfectly, and all are updated. Thanks.
Our school has spacious library with elaborate stock area. Library is well equipped with good collections of books, journals, reference books and newspapers. Nearly we kept here 3,562 books are here. Everything we are recorded in this register. How much book we posted here. This is our staff user register, that is the staff whomever coming and taking that books, at what time they are taking, which day and when they have to replace that book, everything we are recorded here. The same as such, this is our students register. When the student they are coming inside and they are getting the books and what time they are supposed to replace here. Everything we are recorded in this register. This is our sports room. Our children were enjoyed here. They like one of the most lovable room by our students. And she is a PET teacher. Now she will explain about this room.
Good evening everyone. I am Navina. I am a physical teacher in our school. We have indoor and outdoor games. Indoor is like chess and carom. Carom is part of two. Carom tiger and carom coin. The weight of the tiger is 15 grams.
We are moving towards to the physics lab. He is Mr. Ganesh, physics HOD. Now he will explain about this lab.
First of all, first experiment is refractive index of the given prism or given grating. The theoretical oriented subject is very important one, spectrometer. Spectrometer to determine the wavelength of composite light. Wavelength of composite light. Wavelength of different color of a composite light using diffraction grating. Then preliminary adjustment is made the spectrometer, then collimator and also prism table and also telescope. Then direct ray reading is, the first of all direct ray reading is obtained to observe the Vernier 1, Vernier 2, adjustment 0 to 180, then direct ray reading is obtained, and then student grating. So grating, ray is diffracted, the composite color is obtained using grating. Then telescope is rotated the 90 degree, and then prism table is rotated 45 degree. The light is diffracted, different color is obtained. Of a constituent color, say the composite light. What is the composite light? Mercury vapor lamp only produce white light. Obtaining diffracted ray, say the blue, green, yellow, red on the diffracted first order, and also then diffracted of the image on the second order. Then say blue up to red to calculate the wavelength of the composite light using diffraction grating. And then the next one is sonometer. The sonometer is an instrument used to verify then frequency and also length, vibrating length, tuning, then given frequency of the tuning fork and also length of the vibrating string using the paper rider to vibrate to, then frequency of the given tuning fork and also length of the wire is also constant. That's all. Then the next one is the resonance column apparatus is very important one, theoretical oriented topic. Then to determine the velocity of sound in air at room temperature. Then increasing the reservoir and then increasing the water level, the tuning fork, then producing sound. Then vibrating sound is produced, the frequency of the tuning fork and the natural frequency, then frequency of tuning fork is longitudinal wave inside the column and also reflected through the water, then resonance is produced. What is the resonance? Sound is produced. This is the resonance column used to determine the velocity of sound in air at room temperature. The next electronic instrument, digital instrument, then PN junction diode and Zener diode to determine the resistance, forward resistance and also to study the characteristics of the forward bias and also the reverse bias. Changing the voltage, then suitable value and also current is noted. This is the PN junction diode and also Zener diode. The next one is spring constant of a spring. So important experiment ECS1 tune. Then oscillation is vibrating oscillation. That is the weight is attached to the spring. The vibration is oscillation by vertical vibration, and also the pointer is noted at the equilibrium position to calculate the time. Clock is started to measure the time and also measure the weight to calculate the spring constant of a spring. The next one is meter bridge. Very important experiment is meter bridge to determine the specific resistance of the given material of the wire and also then unknown resistance. A circuit connection is made. There is a known resistance box, unknown resistance, then galvanometer and then the high resistance using the jockey in contact of the circuit. Then end of the contact A and B, galvanometer shows the null deflection. This is the meter bridge. The next one, the very important experiment. Then already told that is diffraction grating. You know then prism, given prism, the refractive index of the material of the given prism to to determine the angle of the prism and the angle of the minimum deviation. The circuit connection, the preliminary adjustment is made. That is the prism is on the prism table reflected on the two face to calculate the angle of the prism, and also angle of the minimum deviation means at a particular position that is the prism table is rotated, retraces the same path. This is the to determine mu. The next one, simple pendulum. Simple pendulum used to determine the acceleration due to gravity. The metal bob is attached to the one end, other end is also fixed. To measure the length of the thread, length is measured and also oscillate about its mean position to calculate the time period to determine the acceleration due to gravity. Then very important, digital electronics, logic gates, then AND, OR, NOT and XOR gate. That is the two input but only one output using the truth table is verified using integrated chips. The next one is, so these are all electronic instruments. Then it's a very important one. Then transistor characteristics curve, very important, input impedance, output impedance, current gain. That is to draw the characteristics curve, changing the base emitter voltage, noted the base current and the constant of collector emitter voltage. It's a very important one. Draw the characteristics curve and also determine the impedance and also that is output impedance current gain. That is the operational amplifier, inverting and non-inverting summing. Inverting means what? That is the output is out of phase to the input. That the non-inverting means the output voltage is in phase. The summing means output voltage is the sum of the input voltage. It's a very important one. Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? The current is the steady current directly proportional to potential difference. Changing the current to note the value of the voltage. That's all. The next one is very important, easiest one. Focal length of the given convex or concave lens. Focal length of the given convex and the concave lens. The first of all, the illuminated wire gauge, then lens, that is the object distance. To adjust the screen, the image is obtained on magnified or diminished image, changing the object distance. That's all. The next one is very important, potentiometer. Very important one. Potentiometer is an instrument used to measure the potential difference and also measure the EMF of the two cells. Then say the radial cell and also Lagrange cell. Then experiment is very important experiment and also theoretical oriented experiments. Then metal jockey contact connection is current is measured to that end A or B. Then galvanometer shows the opposite deflection to measure the balancing length of the Lagrange cell and also balancing length of the radial cell to calculate the EMF of the two cells. That's all. The next one is already studied and also another experiment of the sonometer. Sonometer, that is the varying frequency is constant and also length and also tension. Tension varying the relation between the varying tension and also length of the wire, constant of frequency to determine that sonometer. Then tangent galvanometer. What is the tangent galvanometer? Used to determine the BH, horizontal component of the earth magnetic field and also measure the current. Using this circuit connection is made, that is changing the direction to deflection of the magnetometer to determine the theta and also BH value is determined. Then the very last to it, the digital instrument. Then logic gates. Logic gates, using the truth table is verified using logic gate integrated circuit, AND, OR and NOT gate, 2 input only 1 output. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
This is our meeting hall. Our teachers, those who are all taking for the online classes, all the teachers are assembled here. Now the introduction of the teachers.
Yes, I am Vel Murugan, the PG assistant of chemistry, and I have been having the experience of nearly more than 20 years in taking that chemistry for the 10 CBSE, then ICSE and IGCSE. and giving a very good, actually the encouragement to the students so that they can come up with flying colors the examinations.
So I am A. Ganesh, PGT in physics, designation MSc BA. I have experience 11 years. That's all.
Myself Ranganathan, I'm the biology faculty, I have 8 years experience.
Johnson, my qualification is MSc Mathematics with B.Ed. I have 5 years experience in CBSE stream.
I am Gayatri. My qualification BA B.Ed. I have experience in 3 years.
I am Navina. I am a physical education teacher. My qualification is MPL.
I am Shashikala. My qualification is MA B.Ed.
I am Shakti Priya. My qualification is MA B.Ed. My experience is 6 years in CBS.
I am Mrs. Ramya. My qualification is MSc MEd. I am having 6 years experience. My major is computer science. Thank you.
She is the vice principal of this school.
This is a suggestion box where the children, they are taking any queries or whatever they are want to say to higher official, for example, principal or that management, they write a letter and post here. We will take immediate necessary steps to that concerned students. Now we are moving towards to the office room. This is the principal's profile, present methodology of teaching and enrollment of the student and last year timetable, as well as this is the different club activities, math club, this is a heritage club, and this is the eco club. Literary club, Tamil literary, English literary, everything. Then this is the records of events and celebrations for 2019 and 20. And this is the grievance redressal committee. And this is the school vision and mission. And this is the sexual harassment prevention committee. Everything we recorded in this register. Now, she is our school vice principal, Ms. Ramya. Now, she will explain the registers and records.
Hi. These are all the official documents which CBSE has asked us. The first one is order of 10th, which was given by CBSE. And the next one is trust deed. And we are having the lease deed document. And non-proprietary affidavit. We are having school management committee. And one more affidavit. And we are having fire and safety certificate, sanitary certificate,